Okay, everyone, it's Ben from YGO from Zero, and I've got some exciting news. Upper Deck Entertainment just announced the first limited list for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, which is really exciting because the formats up until this point have been dominated by triple Raigeki, triple Dark Hole, triple Monster Reborn. It has just been insane. So I think the game really did need some balancing. I mean, it's been pretty fun, but you can only play against sort of stall mill so many times before you're like, okay, we need a change here. So it's really exciting. I haven't seen the list yet. I'm excited to dive in, but let's see what they did. Things that I really want to see. I think that Raigeki and Darkhole definitely need to be not at 3, as just, you can't get anything to stick in that case. I think maybe Ultimate Offering could be limited a little bit, as that card is really powerful, just flooding the field, and also potentially just, setting up things during your opponent's turn in their battle phase. So let's just dive in. Let's just scroll down here and let's see what they do. So, forbidden cards. Oh, and no forbidden cards. Okay, I like that because this way I get to use all the cards that I got with my own money, and I don't have to throw any away. So that's pretty good. So okay, I like that so far, and I think that you don't necessarily need things to be completely out of the game at this point. Having like power 1 of or 2 of cards can be pretty decent. So let's see what they got for the limited cards. Oh, all the pieces of Exodia. That's a very interesting one. So I think with the introduction of things like card destruction, the Exodia pieces aren't necessarily as good anymore. I know that they were very powerful before the starter decks came out, but the starter decks kind of nerfed the strategy a little bit, and Stall Mill became the better stall deck in my opinion. But this is probably good to see. Like if they've restricted Stall Mill a bit more, I think that Exodia could definitely rise up to be very good if all 3 pieces or all pieces were at 3 copies. So I think that probably is a good decision. So I'm glad that they did this. Also for lore reasons, it's kind of nice as well. So glad to see that. Pot of Greed at 1. Okay, that is very good, I think. This would probably be the one card that I'd say, yeah, maybe we could ban it. Because it's just free cards, right? It's a +1 for free. And so having this at 3, while not like game breaking, could let one player sort of get a lead over another. And it's just not really an interesting card. So I think that it's fine having this at 1 copy. Change of Heart, okay, that's another good limit there, as Change of Heart can enable you to get in a lot of damage, just Change of Hearting your opponent's monsters and just hitting indirectly. So, I mean, Waboku can potentially stop that, but I think it's probably good that it's on this list. Darkhold and Raigeki, thank goodness. Okay, so now hopefully we'll be able to have boards that actually stick on field for a bit longer. And I think that this is probably good. Like, you can't really build up your board too big, or else Raigeki or Darkhold will come and wipe it all away. So I think that this is probably a good decision here for the Raigekis and the Darkholds. And then the last one looks like Monster Reborn, and that's honestly another very good pick. Because with triple Monster Reborn, you can just go for a major OTK push. Things like Waboku do really help stop that, though. So, I mean, maybe you could keep Monster Reborn above 1 copy, but I think it's probably for the best that it's limited down to 1, as it is very, very strong. So, I'm a big fan of this limited list so far. No Ultimate Offering on the limited list, though. Maybe it's semi-limited. I mean, I don't know. I just really think that card can allow you to sort of just put monsters on board, get in for a lot of damage, and also just protect yourselves too much. It can just do too many things. So I'd be more of a fan of seeing it limited. But I mean, let's see what the semi-limits are. So semi-limited. Oh, okay. This is a bit of a hit to stall your deck. So Sword of Revealing Light, definitely very, very strong. I mean, D-Spell did come out in the starter decks, and you do have Armed Ninja. But I feel like Swords is still very, very strong, so it probably is just good to semi-limit it down. That way you also don't have to be playing a ton of D-Spells. So yeah, I like that. I like that. And lastly, card destruction. Okay, that's good because as I said, stall mill is really, really strong, and card destruction is a big enabler for that. So cutting it down to 2 may not be enough to hamper the deck. I mean, we'll have to see how people experiment and see if this is still actually a thing in the next format. But I think that cutting it down to 2 is better than letting them have 3, as 3 can just kill you out of basically nowhere. But no Ultimate Offering on this list. Okay, that's a bit interesting. I mean, it is a very tricky card to use, but I don't know, it's just so versatile. Like, I feel like Ultimate Offering is the backbone of the Stall Mill deck, so I mean, I mean, I guess you are nerfing the Stall Mill deck a little bit. I mean, they don't have all their removal cards intact, and, they only have 2 swords, 2 card destruction, but, oh man, that's still really strong. I don't know. I think the Ultimate Offering may be a problem, but we'll have to see as the upcoming format develops. And yeah, so I'm curious to see how that goes. But let me know your thoughts on this list down below. I mean, this is a very, very interesting sort of thing that Upper Deck is introducing to the game. And I think that it will ultimately be pretty healthy having these sorts of limited lists just to restrict the cards that we can play with, because some strategies are just very, very broken in very degenerate ways. So I'm glad to see this. I'm expecting the next format will be pretty fun. I'm going to be testing that out. And I hope that you all will as well. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. And until next time, I've been Ben from YGO from Zero, and I'm signing off.